Hi everybody, welcome back to the Sanford Fieldhouse. I'm Terry Vanderbeck with Sanford Health, continuing our series trying to help athletes through the uncertainty and kind of this unprecedented situation around COVID-19. Our guest today is a registered dietitian, Lizzie Kasparek. Lizzie, welcome.
Hi,
nice to
thanks.
have you here. Just right off the top though, just to remind everybody again, keep up with what we're doing. We've got some what we think are important messages to share with a lot of really smart people who you probably know or worked with before. And second, please take the precautions seriously. If you're not sure what to do, the CDC, Sanford Health, others have really important information. Do your part, be a team player. And right now that means kind of sitting on the sidelines, but please do that. It's really important. We'll get through this, and we're here to help you do that. So today, we're going to do that by talking about nutrition. Again, lots of routines are out the window right now, including eating habits. Whether that's because you're stuck at home, whereas normally you'd be at school, maybe eating what you'd eat at school. It also means that unfortunately some of the foods are scarce, or people are lessening their trips to the grocery store. So a lot of uncertainty around there. And again, we're here today to talk to Lizzie about some things that you guys can do. So let's start there, Lizzie. Athletes now are probably not going to be working out as much. Maybe they have the luxury of being outdoors, but a lot of, especially strength-based athletes now, you're probably not going to be in the weight room. How would you recommend that people adjust their nutrition during this time where their workouts are scaled back?
The biggest recommendation that I would have is to still keep up probably those 3 meals a day. It can be really easy to be like, I'm not doing anything, so I need to skip a meal here or there, or even really drastically change eating habits, and I really think that's not what we want to do. I think we still need those 3 meals, but really we focus on that performance plate. If you are working out really hard, you would need a lot more of those carbohydrate-rich foods, so your breads and pastas, rice, those kinds of things. I would just scale those back. So if you're looking down at your plate, those might take up like a quarter to a third of the plate versus like a half when you're in season and things like that. So really those carbs are the things that we're scaling back on. We're trying to get more of those fruits and veggies on the plate and those lean proteins. So that's kind of what I would look at, is just balance.
Sure, and balance is something that you speak about a lot anyways. We were discussing how this is a time to change your habits or to try some new habits. Tell us a little more about specifics and how kids can apply trying to start new habits during this unusual time.
Yeah, so I would say, my recommendation every time in the summer is for kids that are off season, or maybe they're not traveling and things like that, is to practice some of those good nutrition habits. So, hey, I'm gonna start prepping breakfast or doing some meal prep. Like, learning how to cook is a skill. And so right now, when you have a little bit of time, it's the perfect time to kind of hone in on those skills. So if you stink at eating breakfast, start practicing eating breakfast. So maybe think of like 3 easy recipe ideas. I'm really gonna try to post some of those on my social medias this week, so that people are aware of just some easy things. So like under 5 minutes, oatmeal, overnight oats, toast and eggs. The number of how to make egg videos that I've watched with my college athletes is incredible, because sometimes it's like, oh, that's going to take a long time to make eggs. So things just like, hey, how do I make eggs? Even like microwave eggs, right? Waffles, pancakes, things like that are easy that you could make when you're in your apartment. We're going to practice making them now while we have a little bit more time.
Sure.
The other thing is just like components of meals. So this also kind of goes back to that pantry idea. Trying to stretch out your pantry right now and not go to the grocery store as much. You're maybe making some of these things ahead of time. So like a big pot of rice or some kind of grains, and trying to make meals out of that stuff. So meal prepping can really make that pantry go further, but practicing that right now is going to help you out when the season starts back up again.
Yeah, and the other thing is your family's going to be around more, and let's be honest, our parents' generation knows how to cook more than we do, right? I mean, it's just the way it is. So you may turn that into family time, right? Have your mom or your dad, whoever the cook in the house is, teach you how to do some of those things, and you get double benefit. Plus, let's be honest, it kills some time.
Yeah,
I know my young athlete is going a little stir crazy already, and I'm going to try and teach her to make some eggs today. We'll see.
Yeah.
Plus, then later down the line, I don't have to do it.
Yeah.
And then last thing, again, people are trying to stay home, practice good social distancing. The stores are cutting back hours, so we're going to be a little less consumer oriented. Give them some things that are probably laying around your house or your pantry that you can eat that will, again, feed into your athlete lifestyle that maybe is not part of your normal routine.
Yeah, I would say the big ones that I kind of think of are like any kind of pantry staples. Most people have some kind of like pasta, right? And so making pasta healthier, pasta and some kind of frozen veggies. That's one that I throw out to my athletes a lot. Making smoothies. That is one that,
That's my go-to.
That's so easy that you have a lot of those things at home. So experimenting and finding smoothie recipes or your kind of like smoothie formula that you can carry with you into when the season starts back up again. And then other things like any kind of frozen meats and things like that. So like using some good marinades to make that stuff taste good, so that when you are meal prepping some of that stuff, it's not just like, oh, I'm eating like chicken and veggies for every single meal.
Sure. Do frozen dinosaur chicken nuggets count?
Ooh, if you pair them with some frozen broccoli,
Okay.
right? So I'm saying a lot of frozen foods. I
Yeah.
always tell people frozen has pretty much the same benefits as fresh, especially right now. Like frozen, it's picked when it is fresh, and so it retains a lot of those nutrients. So
Sure.
don't think that just because it's frozen or canned and it's been sitting in your freezer or in your pantry, it doesn't have any nutrients. It's still a veggie. It still counts.
Awesome, perfect. Again, thanks to Lizzie Kasparek. Follow her on social media for more tips. We'll bring her back certainly in the days ahead. And again, last thing, just you can't say it enough. Please abide by the rules and stay tuned. We're going to try and get some good education and have a little fun as well. Appreciate you guys being here. We'll talk to you soon.